Hi everyone, this is HeeroJay. Welcome back to Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. This is that video I was talking about. We're gonna speed through everything at like 8 times speed, and that way you don't have to worry about looking at a bunch of stupid repetitive battles for an hour. You don't have to do it for 15 minutes, but you guys are in luck because I'm gonna actually commentate over it. I didn't think I would, but I figured something out today and this week. I'm too lazy to be lazy, if that makes sense. I know it sounds kind of weird, right? Oh, how can you be too lazy to do nothing? Well, I have been. You know, I've been working all week, going out. I go out every Wednesday, and I just got home from work last night, and I was just too lazy to try and come up with nothing. Like, too lazy to sit on my computer and go, okay, I can play these songs, and put it in the background music, you know. Then I thought about it, well, then I gotta worry about YouTube copyright and all this other bullshit. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about whatever. Laziness. We're gonna talk about laziness today. There we go. So, I'm too lazy to be lazy. I could have just threw something together and tossed it on here. I was gonna make like a mini kind of 15-minute dubstep montage and like play that in the background. Ogre Battle dubstep, if you can believe it. And I tried that, and I don't know, it just didn't seem like it would fit. So, we're just talking about laziness today. So, this is how I know I'm lazy, right? I know I'm lazy when I'll have one or maybe two things to do in one day, and the entire day to do them. Like, one of my days off, let's say. Like, oh, all I need to do today is, you know, go to the bank and, you know, buy something at the grocery store, right? Those two things. And it's not like the bank and the grocery store are far away from my house. They're about 3 blocks away. Right? Those are the only two things I'll have to do today. But it's like, well, okay, I can do it a little bit later. You know, I'll get up and I'll sit on the computer for a bit. You know, work on gameplay, or I'll play video games and not record anything, or I was like, alright, I'll do it later, right? And then it's like, okay, it's starting to get like 12, 1 o'clock. It's like, alright. It's really time for me to go do something. So, you know, I'll get up and I'll put pants on, let's say. Not wearing pants again, by the way. And it's like, alright, I'll put some pants on, you know, I'll get something to eat, then I'll brush my teeth and head off, right? And I put pants on and grab something to eat, and I'll sit back down at the computer. It's like, oh crap, I was supposed to go do things. Oh well. Right, so you know, another hour rolls around, it's already like 2 o'clock, let's say. It's like, alright, well, you know, I definitely got to go this time. And one of two things either happens. I'll either go at the last possible second before the bank closes at 4, I'll go at like 3:30, or I'll just go, you know what? I can just go to the bank and store tomorrow, and nothing happens. Procrastination is where it's at, I feel. It's something that I'm completely hung up on. I've been hung up on it for the last, 8 years. Why do it today if you can put it off until tomorrow? It kind of sucks, but that's part of being human, I guess. Well, human and lazy, I should say. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that'll get a lot of stuff done every day, and have very successful lives, and I'm not saying mine isn't, it's just not there yet, right? And for some reason, I just look at all that stuff and go, yeah, no. I really don't feel like it today. I mean, it's not like I couldn't do it. It's just the fact that I don't want to, right? That's the key. And the fact that I'm in a position right now where I can choose whether or not I want to do things, at least most things in life, it's not good. I mean, many people could put the shoe on the other foot and go, okay, well, you know, you could choose not to do something, or you could choose to do something and better yourself, and blah, 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 and all this other shit. But I don't know, like, I don't know how many people can relate that watch my videos. I'm sure there's a few of them out there, but it's easier to be lazy, and that's what's so upsetting about it. It's not the fact that doing things is difficult, because most of the things I would choose to do if I could are not difficult, but it's easier. It's easier to do nothing, and that's part of the problem we face. You know, I think most kids in America nowadays, they're raised this way, or they're inadvertently raised this way unless their parents are, like, all up on them to get shit done. But, like, you could go to work, right? I'll give you a perfect example. I go to work 8 hours, let's say, or 9 hours today or whatever. And, you know, I get out at 5. And what do you want to do when you get out of work? Let's say you've been working for 8 or 9 hours. Do you really want to go home and do more stuff? Well, I mean, if there's stuff you really got to do, you'll get it done, I guess, if it's important, right? But in all actuality, if you've been working for 8 or 9 hours dealing with people who piss you off, what's the last thing you want to do is, when you get home, it's probably do things that piss you off. You want to do something for you. You know, you want to grab some dinner, let's say. You want to drink a little bit. You know, you want to play some video games. You want to hang out with your friends. You probably don't want to do more work. And I don't know, I've kind of been raised in the aspect of we should always be doing something. You know, my dad's always been, oh, well, you know, why are you just laying around, blah, blah, blah. You know, you should be doing something. And that guy always works. You know, he works 50 hours a week, then he comes home, then he does stuff around the house all night until it gets dark, and then he'll pull out lights and shit, right? You know, that's what he does. But, what I do is I work my 40 hours or whatever, and from there, that other time that's devoted to me, right? I don't really have a specific motive in mind. I'm not trying to actively do anything else other than work and then recover from work, right? There are the people out there, okay, you know, I need to volunteer on Saturdays, or I need to get extra shit done or help other people out. And don't get me wrong, if people ask me to help, I'll help them. It's just, I'm not going to go actively try and look for other things to make my life more difficult. I don't know. It sounds kind of stupid. I mean, like I said, I'm lazy, so it kind of plays in with that, but it's all what you want to do. And I know the people out there are going to be like, oh, well, you know, if you had more drive, if you had more ambition, blah, 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 you'd be a better place, you know, you'd have a better job before college, grad school, or whatever. And it's like, well, you know, I probably would, but, you know, I'm going back to grad school, so you really can't get, like, a real job in new grad school. I mean, some people do, and I don't know how they do it, but, like, I don't know how, so I'm just gonna do my thing for a while, and then go to grad school, and then we'll see what happens, right? But, whatever. So getting back on topic, if there is one, if it's easier to be lazy, of course it is. It's always easier to do nothing. That's why so many people choose to do it. But to come up with no content for today and just talk about laziness, hopefully is at least somewhat entertaining. I know half of you don't even watch these videos anyway, the crap videos, not the beginning and ending, but that's the idea, right? We're aiming for something entertaining at least. So I was too lazy to be lazy. Yeah, just think about that. So, I don't know, what are your thoughts? You know, let me know, hey, HeeroJay, I feel that, you know, everyone should live life to their fullest potential and do everything they possibly can, and blah, 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 or, you know, I'm in the same boat as you, unless I'm told to do it, I'm not going to do it. You know, don't get me wrong, I do what I told when I'm asked. You know, I have no problem doing my job at work. I don't put things off there. I give my 100% effort at work. And just when I go to school, I'll put forth a lot of effort at school. Not exactly 100%, but with grad school coming up, I probably will. But, you know, let me know. Which side of the fence are you on? I mean, if you're watching YouTube videos instead of doing something, I think I know what side you're probably on. But if you're one of those guys that goes, okay, well, you know, I've done this, this, and this, and this, so I'm going to give myself a half an hour break and watch some YouTube videos and then go back to doing stuff, that's different. Of course, there have been times where I've just been, okay, well, I have nothing to do today, let's spend the entire day on the internet, or in front of the Xbox, or the Wii, or the PC, playing other games, or, you know, whatever else. So, like I said, let me know what you think. Let me know which side of the fence you're on, because I'm curious if everyone out there is like me, and some of you probably are, if I had to take a guess, just based on the common knowledge of, you know, people who play games. I mean, I'm not saying everyone who plays video games are lazy, but a lot of us probably are. A lot more lazy than we should be. How far do we make it? Alright, so we're still heading towards the front there. You can see why I skipped all this, because it literally is just battles upon battles. And for those of you that are watching things in the background, you know, I've promoted a midget or two into a soldier or fighter or whatever, and, you know, I bought some stuff at the store. But other than that, like, a whole lot of nothing, just back and forth, hack and slash, same old crap. You know what, I really think it's better this way. To be honest, we're not really as stuck as much watching the same crap, and it's at least, we still know what's happening, because it's not going fast to the point where we can't distinguish that battles are happening. It's just all the other crap in the middle, you know, the me-moving guys here, well, you know where they're going eventually, so it's not like you need to, I don't know. I really like it better this way, because, I don't know, I probably should have done this from the beginning, but again, hindsight is 20/20, so laziness, right, that's what we're talking about. So, another good topic that comes to mind when I think of laziness is food. Like I said, completely lazy, but I like to eat. And unfortunately, that's one of those things that you need to survive, is food. Food, shelter, and clothing, kinda. You can probably get by without clothing in certain areas of the world, but you do need food. You can't not have food. So, a common thing that comes up is, well, you know, I can make food, or I can go buy food. Or I can buy food to make, right? More often than not, the second option comes up, I'm just gonna go buy food and eat it. Unfortunately, that's the easiest solution, right? It's the laziest solution, so that's often what happens, right? You know, oh, I can go to the store and I can buy a package of hamburgers and a thing of buns and some cheese and some lettuce and some ketchup and mustard and pickles and hot sauce and barbecue sauce and, you know, whatever else you put on your cheeseburgers, and I can go, okay, I'm gonna make burgers tonight at my house. You know, I'm gonna spend, let's keep in mind, let's say 20 bucks on stuff for it, just burgers and stuff with all the condiments, right? And I can go make cheeseburgers, and, you know, I can take the time and, like, undo the meat and turn it into patties and marinate it if I'm feeling like it, and toss it on the grill and cook it, and melt the cheese and assemble the burger and eat it, right? I can do that. I don't have a problem doing that. I've done it before. But then there are those days where it's like, I could just walk around the corner of Burger King or McDonald's or Wendy's and go, give me a cheeseburger. And that's all I gotta do, and I can give them $1 or $2, and I'll have a cheeseburger, and I can eat it, and that's that. Now, quality comes into play. You can go, okay, well, the burger you make at home will probably be better, it won't be as greasy, it won't be as bad for you, but the burger at Wendy's or whatever is easier to make, because I didn't have to actually do anything, and, you know, I'm spending less money to get the same product, in theory, even though it's slightly different, so I think America wouldn't be as fat if we didn't have places offering dollar cheeseburgers and dollar giant burritos and whatever else have you, or it's cheaper to buy a meal if you get a drink with it. Like, oh, you know, I just want the sandwich and fries. Like, oh, for 20 cents less, we can give you a drink. It's like, well, now I have to get the soda that's going to kill me too, right? So, just an anecdote on that. I think that's why America is starting to get more fat and lazy than we were before. You can pay someone to make your food for cheaper than it is to make it yourself most of the time, but there is no satisfaction, because I do enjoy making a good meal and eating it, and the fruits of my labor do pay off, so it's the one instance where I feel not being lazy is actually worth it. Sometimes. Sometimes. So, this one's pretty much wrapping up. I filled 14 and a half minutes with talking about being lazy, and next time we will take care of the boss and the final cutscene. So if you want to comment on the video, feel free to let me know how you're lazy and how you're not lazy. That'd be great. It'll give me something to read. But until next time, I'll see you later on Let's Play Ogre Battle 64.